Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for viewing. So as you can see in this video, we're making this meat pie, and without wasting your time, let's start. This is one of the ingredients I'm going to be using, beef meat, but this is not how I want it. So I'm just going to put it inside blender and then I'm going to blend it. It's minced meat we are looking for. So go ahead and blend it. And so whenever you go to market or supermarket and you don't get minced meat, just buy the normal meat like that, then cut it into pieces and then you blend it. So when you're done, you pour it inside your plate or a bowl, and then you're going to separate it, making sure that there's no any big piece inside. And if you don't want it this soft, then don't blend it for too long, or you can cook it first before you blend it. And now that we have our minced meat, let's set it aside. So get your frying pan and then add enough oil. You can use pot if you wish. Heat it up a bit and then add in your garlic and also onions. Then I'm also going to be adding powder curry and then thyme and then ginger powder. Then mix it, give it a stir, and then leave it for about 30 seconds to fry. After that, then add in your pepper, your pounded pepper, blended pepper, anyone is cool. I'm using hot chili pepper. Then go ahead and give it a well stir, and then you're now going to leave it to fry for 2 to 3 minutes. Then you're going to add in this homemade minced meat. Then add it inside, mix it well, make sure that it's well separated. Now I love to cover the meat to cook for a few minutes, like 5 minutes, before adding in the next ingredient. Now after mixing it till it's well combined, I'm going to leave it for 5 minutes to come to boil before adding in the next ingredient. So this is after 5 minutes of leaving the meat. Next, now I'm going to add in the chopped potatoes, Irish potato. Just chop it into tiny pieces like that. Then I'll season it with maggi and also salt. Then I'm going to add water to help it cook. So add enough water and then you're going to give it a stir till everything is well combined. Then make adjustments like this. Then you're now going to cover it and leave it to cook. So after, I love to add my carrot and green beans last because it doesn't take time for it to cook. Okay, so after adding it in, I'm just going to stir it and then I will leave it for 5 minutes on fire for it to simmer. You don't necessarily have to add in the carrot and green beans if you do not like it, so you can skip that part and move on. So after leaving it to simmer on fire, this is how it looks. It looks so yummy already. Then I'll wait to add in lemon juice, this right here, and then I'll just give it a stir. No need to leave it again to simmer or anything, just give it a stir, and then I'm going to set it aside to cool down completely. So we're going to make the dough while waiting for the fillings to cool down. So add in your baking powder, and then I'm going to be using cold butter. Is emphasis on the cold butter. Cold. Thank you very much. Now you're going to now mix it, and because the butter is cold, it's going to be a little bit hard, so you have to use all your strength and might and smash it like that. Okay, so mix it till everything is well incorporated, and then until you have this breadcrumbs texture, this right here. So now I'm going to now use cold water and add it in little by little till I get the desired dough that I'm looking for, or that I should have. So this is what you should do, just in case it's your first time you want to try out this meat pie recipe and you want to try out making this dough. Please make sure you do this step by step mixture, okay? That way you'll be very careful not to have light dough or a very thick one. Again, another thing you should note when mixing your meat pie dough is that you should not mix it or knead it for too long. If not, your meat pie is going to become too hard and you wouldn't want that. So now I'm going to cover it and leave it inside freezer for about 30 minutes. Get your baking tray and rub butter around it like this. And this is after 30 minutes of leaving the dough inside the freezer. All you have to do next now is to cut the dough into the number of pieces your baking pan can contain. So now you're going to mold each pieces into round balls like this as nicely as you can, okay? Just like this. You're just folding it from outside into inside, if that English is correct. Nice. So when you're done, you're now going to set it aside. You're going to pick each piece and using this rolling pin, roll it out nicely. If you can roll it out into a perfect round shape, that will be very good. But if you can't, it's okay. Just try your possible best to roll it out nicely. Make sure it's not too light and it's not too thick either. This is the meat pie fillings. Just go ahead and scoop out a portion and then add it just the way I'm doing in the video. Make sure you put it in such a way that when you fold it close like this, it will not splash on the edges. So fold it close like that, and then I'm going to use fork and then I'll seal the edges with it. So when you're done, you're going to do the rest like that and place them on the baking tray nicely like this. So next, now you're going to get egg and then break it into a bowl, and then you're now going to whisk it. Oh, I almost say mix it. Anyways, just go ahead and whisk it well and until it starts to form a little bubble on top, just like that. Now using a brush, you're going to brush the egg on the surface just the way I'm doing in the video. And so when you're done applying to all the meat pie, this is how it should look. It's shining already. So now you're going to put it inside your oven and then you're going to bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. And so friends, the meat pie is ready. The color came out just right and looks so delicious. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. But before I go, let me show you how the inside looks like. Oh, look at that. It looks so yummy, isn't it? And I can bet it's so easy to make, alright? And so during the cutting close, I just want to say don't forget to comment and help me share it to your friends and families. Then without much to say again, take care of yourselves and I will see you in my next video. Bye.